And we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. Texas. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. Down in the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Alabama quickly back to the line. Running back searching for a hole. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Complete downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Give to the running back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
That play just never had a chance. They knocked him down for a loss of 5. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Corralled and brought down by the defense. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run the option. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep. Simply can't happen.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try, and the ball's loose in the backfield. And the defense has got it, and they're trying to pick up some yards. He's running free down the middle. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Longhorn! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, and get you a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. First down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Still on his feet at the 25. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Trying to get to him. And they got him for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Wants to fire on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go in the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
The corners are walked up tight. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Throws for the tight end. Got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running the red zone, it's Miller. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5, ball spotted at the 12. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying play action. Fires to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. To the air. It's Milroe. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bama. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Makes a move. And he'll be tackled just short of midfield as time expires in the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score Alabama 14, Texas 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the gun, the ground game.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Makes his connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Unloads it left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Number 15, set to kick this one off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. Rolling the dice to bring it out in the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last one.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He breaks a tackle. This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? Steps away. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
What a great job by this defense. You get the 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Picked off.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Here comes that Alabama offense. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And they run the option, and you can just tell, man, that just the timing of that wasn't set up well. The quarterback looked a little bit clunky, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Second down coming up. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. The give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets it away from his end zone, and a very good kick here. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll put the tight end in motion. Trying the left side. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll try it on the ground. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Might as well give it to him again.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. They move the tight end all over. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the ground with the back. Discards a man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Field goal is good. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Just about set for the second half kickoff. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in there.
Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. There are a few things that just make me happy in life. A great steak, a scrumptious dessert, and a tight end who makes a catch on 3rd down.
If the steak's medium rare, I'm right there with you, Reese. And I'm also there with you on these tight ends on third down, too. Too big for DBs to cover, too fast for linebackers to cover. That guy's a weapon.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Texas! And that one will give them the lead.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off on the ground with a 58-yarder for 6. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. They're trying to get to him. Man, he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Things started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. The back goes in motion. They're going to throw it again. On the run, still looking. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking left. Oh, picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. But really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. The give to the tailback.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Using his legs, it's Blue. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss. Here comes that Alabama offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Just destroying his way through the field. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown tie. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
So he gets stuffed on 1st down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaches.
With the score, Alabama 21, Texas 20.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got his man. Oh, it's out. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we could put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Pocket starts to collapse. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here comes the Texas offense. Takes a handoff. It's Clark. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Longhorns want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You're in plus territory on 4th and 1. I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
100%. That's the coach. We got this. Absolutely. We want more points. We got to go for it. I believe in my guys. The players always try to go for it.
They'll go to the ground. And they tried it again and got the same result. They'll get nothing and like it. Now they're looking at a 3rd down. They'll go right back to him. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. This for a lead here in the 4th quarter. No good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker. And I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it, threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Buys a little time with his feet. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. He'll keep it himself. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll leave it with him. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Got room at the 35. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll run it from the gun. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the offense knows the task ahead. They're down 8. It's 1st and goal. They need a touchdown and the 2. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for room. It's Gibson. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Dances away from the heat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Buying some time. He gets it in! He gets it in! No time on the clock, and they're down by 2, and they've still got a chance.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment, late in the 4th quarter, when you need the 2-point conversion?
No time left, but one more play. The 2-point conversion attempt will decide whether game over or play on in overtime. Barrels ahead. He is stopped short. Stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt, and this game is over as the defense saves the day. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense getting set for first down. Running back goes in motion. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo.
That's a real good-looking throw. And I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling the plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up. And this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And they tacked on the extra point. kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He's going to bring it out from deep. Slips through the line. Got a little room. Sweet spin. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. The first down for the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Judkins.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to the well. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he tacks on the extra point. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Going for it all. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Alabama quickly back to the line. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that.
Oh, and it's picked off, threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Bama! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, the inside give. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score Alabama 14, Ohio State 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Back to throw, it's Howard. Finds the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got his man on the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Ohio State! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And the quick shuffle pass.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to make magic with his feet. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Right back to the well. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Running through contact. And now the ball is knocked free.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
Going with the ground game left. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Extending the play. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Henderson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at this.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. Fires left, and they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
The give out of the gun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, this guy really has been a bell cow for his offense in this game. They are force-feeding him the football, and he's delivered. Now, after that last run, he's right at 100 yards rushing.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. With the run on first and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Reels it in down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Power football with the run. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He gets a block. Bounced out of bounds at the 38 after that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll try the run. Able to move it ahead a couple yards. He gets it down to the 20. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. It's complete to the left. And the ball's on the ground. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the defense doing work.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners. Takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Alabama, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He's looking to throw it. Scrambling away. Grab near the sticks. It's Bernard. Oh, they knock it free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, the running back has it. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Now the play fake. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. Release to the back. With the catch, it's Miller.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Milroe. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that.
40. Alabama, 14.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on second and goal? DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quarterback keeps it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
He wants it all. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Running back searching for a hole. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Picks up 1. Third down coming up.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Gets away from 1, finds some space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The offense set for a first down play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Fires to the tight end. And more yards after contact.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for a block. It's Ransom. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Off play action. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And the Buckeyes decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to.
Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up.
To kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the cover.
The 19.
Down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a productive play on first down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First down here for the offense. To the air, it's Milroe. Taking a shot on the first play. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown time! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to let it go. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. It's complete. A huge pickup. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
and they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They get to the line quickly. They'll run it to the right side. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the ground with the back. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose on the right. 10. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on second and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Wall. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Offense set on first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Looking for space. It's Judkins. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. And the Buckeyes in the hurry-up. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Wall. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The give to the tailback. Shows him the stiff arm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Using his feet. Inside, and he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Here's the handoff. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They've already converted a 4th down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 14, Ohio State 10.
Well, the upside is you could get a 1st down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
What a phenomenal individual effort to getting the catch, getting the foot down in bounds. He's now setting up his offense here for a potential touchdown on this very next play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama pushing the tempo. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The give to the lone running back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to...
He's loose. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible defense.
Forced out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. After run, now throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's long. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll go to the ground. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get into the midst of those big boys.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
No gain on the play. And now, it's fourth down.
This is going all in. Goalpost virtually tapping you on the shoulder, heels almost in the end zone, and you're going for it. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on fourth down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Now they'll try the right side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. They'll go right back to him. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. They'll leave it with him. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That turned out to be a free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off and the touchdown counts. Getting aggressive here and going for two. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes for the two-point conversion, and the lead is 4. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Law. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Backing up and backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it and drive on third down. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. On the ground, it's Haynes. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Now they're going to throw it. Caught. Stopped after making the catch. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Between the uprights, it's good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling the coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? The Buckeyes pick up the first down. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline saying, give me the ball, I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team, and he comes through big time.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Henderson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. He is having a day. And think about this stat. Ezekiel Elliott has his name in the top 20 single-game rushing record list 5 times, more than any of the great Ohio State backs. Oh, we might have another entry coming here.
Oh, that's incredible to think about. And you think about some of his pass.
He's into the open down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Law. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes that Alabama offense. Miller with the ball. Open space at the 25. Afterburners coming. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown there.
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throwing right. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. Working that left side now. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
The option look. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Alabama pushing the tempo. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from way back there. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown tie! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Give to the back. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Alabama 39, Ohio State 32.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Back to pass, it's Howard. They're bringing heat. Going up top. And the third down pass is incomplete. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They're going back to the ground. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the catch. It's Ballard. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown Buckeyes. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Law. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to.
This is an offensive line that has an impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the knee stopped him at the 2. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff team out there getting set. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll throw it on first down. The short hands, it's Ballard. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass, using his legs to buy some time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
To throw, it's Howard. He'll pull it down. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. He wants a big play here late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On second down, he'll let it fly. Feeling some heat. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40, at the 20, and he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.